What's going on, everybody? It's Quicksilver here, and for those of you who don't know me, I've done a little bit of YouTube videos on Minecraft, but it has been a while since I've done it, and I guess to those of you who do know me, what I've been doing, I didn't really see a whole lot of interest in I think it was my second world videos that I was doing, so I decided I was going to bag off of those. Had some friends that were playing on a server, a really cool server called Matecraft, and that is actually where we are right now. They've got I know they have a YouTube community here. That's a really great server, good community, and I thought I would go ahead and do a little quick, I guess, world tour of at least my builds. Try and help them out a little bit and all that good stuff, and try to give you guys something to check out. For those of you who don't know, I am playing with my own texture pack. It's available for download if you want it. It is a freebie, of course. I'll put it in the comments section, or I guess the info section below. So there will be a link to that if you want to grab it. It installs pretty easily. Let me see. I guess without any further ado, that's kind of telling you what I've been doing, where I've been. I guess I'll go ahead and I'll do a little quick fly through here, just to let you see everything that I've got all at once, and I'll try and just do a little quick, well, as quick as I can. Those of you who are familiar with me know that quick is really not something I do well at. It'll probably be long and verbose and get too long, and I'll apologize at the end, but hopefully you guys will enjoy what you see, and I will let you check everything out. I guess here we go. Okay, so there's a quick little overview of the area here. Just to let you know, this really cool thing over here, this lighthouse, is actually a friend of mine, Lord Zachary, built. Gave him permission to build over in my area, and he was kind enough to whip that thing out in a few days. So I guess the piece by piece part of this, I will use a little flight in here just to kind of speed things along. Over here, nothing really special, just my mine. Actually, Zach's been kind of helping out a ton there as well, mining a bunch of stone and resources and things like that we've used. Just wanted to, if you're not familiar with my build styles, I like things to be kind of, I like functional and I like good looking. So in my opinion, either interesting good looking or good looking good looking. I don't know, kind of the witch hat house I don't know, toyed with, do I want that or not? I might level off the roof one day, but this is all still a work in progress, as you know. For those who do not know, Matecraft is a Runecraft server as well. So this is actually not just a nifty looking little temple, it's actually also what's called a flight fountain. So anybody who has a redstone torch, you can pop up here, hit the little thing here, and you can right click in the lava with your redstone torch, and bam, you'll get 20 minutes of flight. If you are not a member of my region, it's a freebie completely, because your torch gets popped back out because you can't build in my area, so you don't actually lose any of your stuff even, so that's really handy. So if you are out and about and you need flight and you're in the area, please feel to pop by and use that to your heart's content. So thing one. Thing two, they have enabled it so that you can silk touch out spawners, so I was able to find about 10 or so, well, not, probably not 10, I think without any exaggeration I think I have about 5 blaze spawners. Placed one of them right now, and I think we maybe near the world mob cap, so I don't know if it's going to actually pop any blaze out, but nothing too crazy here. It's just a simple little funnel spawner that pops the blaze down here, and come inside here. When we hit this button, well, we can close the trap off here, and we hit this button, it creates a little crusher. This is actually, I think, kind of Mumbo Jumbo's design, but I did throw in some pressure plates and things like that to kind of speed the blaze down here. That will crush them out to the point where they're one hit. You can take a chicken leg and smack them, and then collect the blaze rods all down here. And as you can tell, there's only 18 there. I've been using them to cook off a bunch of stuff. So there is that. I guess I want to try and hit most of the things outside. These are holding pens. I still don't have a pig farm or a proper home for sheep yet, or the rabbits that are hanging out here and doing what rabbits do. Tree farms, I've got pretty much I think every tree in the game, although I don't have any acacia trees growing over here. Just realized that. So anyway, alright, these little funky things are teleporter pads. These are another part of Runecraft. Runecraft is actually kind of a cool, fun mod for Minecraft. You don't have to actually install anything on your Minecraft, so you can have vanilla running and you can actually log into a Runecraft modded server and you can do cool things like right-click the middle of this thing and it'll teleport me to somebody else's location that they've set up already. So the wall over here, I've got a number of places where you can climb up steps to get on the wall. So it is functioning, it is a thick wall, so it's kind of fun to kind of come up here and then plink mobs that are outside from the relative safety of this stuff. I want to do something cool with the towers, so I went ahead and built these really cool cone tops. I don't know, I'm sure they have some name that somebody can tell me, but I don't have a clue, so I'm just calling them little cone tops. You can also go inside the walls. I'm not sure what I want to do with the insides yet. I do have kind of some sunken areas on these, two towers on the ends do sink down into the ocean. They do go all the way down, so they are complete like that. Then moving along to our front gate, again some more wall access. This has kind of got some different stuff going on here on the guard towers up here. This is actually a favorite place I like to go plink things with my arrows, is right here because it is pretty dark out there. So coming down here, this is all functional. So I do have a road here. I've got some stables there. I'll show you in a minute. But this is more Runecraft stuff right here. The gate here is actually what's called phase blocks, I think. So somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong too. But they are legitimate iron bars. They don't do anything, but when we right click, because of some other things we've done, this is a lock block, and if I right click that, our door disappears, and if I click it again back here, it comes back into place. So it gives us kind of a really cool functioning portcullis that we can use to keep mobs out of here and give us an entrance and an exit from our castle-y walled off area. The walls are functional, but oh yeah, and then I do have another side entrance here. It works the same way. Just gets me out towards the swamps if I happen to want to go out that way. It is, like I said, it is all functional. Everything works hunky-dory here. Little potato and carrot farm, nothing special to write home about. Over here is probably the first major build that we come upon, which unfortunately I want to talk to Magma Guy or somebody who, Magma's the owner of the server. For some reason, this guy, I promise you, as you can, well, you don't see his name, it's right up here, you can barely see it. He is a farmer. We are playing in 1.8.2 or maybe 3 support, but for some reason the villagers, the farmer villagers anyway, refuse to farm. So I don't know if they're on strike or what. I don't know if there's a way that they can turn on and off villager behavior, but it would be really nice if this guy would farm, because underneath this guy, I think this was a design by Crew Productions, which, anyway, if you guys, before I get any further in this, if there's anything you see in here that you like or you want to know more about, please comment below and I'll do my best. I'll either try to answer you. If you're on Matecraft, I'll try and answer you on the server. If you are not on Matecraft, I'll try and maybe do another follow-up video or something showing you in more detail how it all works, or post a link or something like that. But anyway, basically underneath all this, there's a whole mess of minecart tracks, and there's a hopper minecart which collects everything and carts it over here, and through a series of cool redstone tricks and all that I can show you back behind here, but I won't go into too much detail. I collect the wheat and I destroy the seeds. If Bobo up here was, actually I think I did name him, I don't know what his name is, but I forget. Anyway, if he was actually doing his part as a farmer, we would be collecting a butt ton of wheat in this chest, which I've manually placed there. But once the wheat is here, if I turn this thing on, I can stand here and this will just kick out wheat constantly to me. I can AFK and like hold down my right mouse button and just sit here and feed the cows, and they will sit there and be fed while he continues to supply us with more wheat up there. I'm not going to continue to do that, but you guys get the picture. We get all sorts of cool little cow XP there, but then it uses the mechanic of the fact that baby cows cannot swim, and they fall down here and they grow up into big cows. So good, we have some to show you. There's a lava dispenser behind those guys, so if I turn this on, then I think it's like every 3 minutes or something, it'll do what I'm about to do. But without it, I can use the manual cook button here, and when I do this, the baby cows are short enough they don't get hit by the lava, but the full-grown cows, well, they're gonna have a bad day. So there you go. They'll burn up now, and when they're finished burning, dum-da-dum, they throw off a whole bunch of steak, and leather, as you can see, that I've collected down here. So anyway, that is my little cow farm. Then I have access to all the redstone and stuff back here as well. Again, for those who don't know me, I do love redstone. I enjoy working with it. It's fun to play around with. It's kind of frustrating and maddening sometimes, but I like it. It's fun. Alright, that is the nutshell. Like I said, that would be nice if it were to be fully automated, but it's not. So there's the house again from a little better angle. I really like kind of the way this thing's turned out. I think I might be mostly done, at least aesthetically, with this thing. Really kind of went nuts with the banners, but I don't care. I like them. Built this little spring here. This stream was mostly real. There were a whole bunch of lakes that were kind of along here that were kind of weird, so I decided to connect them all into a stream, build a little bridge over it, and make it a little prettier, and all that good stuff. My stable's in here, which I was very happy that this guy right here decided to spawn on my land unbidden, so I had to take him and capture him. So I've got a couple of horses in here, but I can easily run in and out of here. There's some pressure plates down here if you're wondering why those things are opening and closing. Same with here, so I have to manually run in here and hop on a horse, and then I can easily hop out. I've had some success finding mob spawners, so I have a whole bunch of saddles and armors and all that good stuff. But that is that. And then you may have also noticed the obnoxious sounds there. I put my chicken farm over here. Those of you that are familiar with really my World 1 or World 2 series that I had done, and this is my automated chicken farm. I've gotten a little more compact with the redstone. It would be really easy for me to fit this sucker inside a giant chicken like I did in my World 1. But yeah, this is completely automated. These guys poop out eggs. There's a redstone / dispenser system in here to hatch the eggs. The chickens fall down here, and then you can see what happens to them. They're on the same kind of a timer as the cows. Then I have a butt ton of hoppers under here. If you're a mod watching this, don't worry, I tried to keep it to a minimum, so there's not a ton of them, but it collects any of the drops and then feeds them through a hopper chain into the house, and there's actually into the downstairs of the house where I have a storage area, which leads us to the house. So the house itself is made out of quartz and a whole bunch of different wood types, mostly dark oak and birch. I think there might be some oak around. I did use some leaves as accents, some of the stained glass, glowstone, all sorts of good stuff. This is mostly just an aesthetic build. There's not a whole lot of functional stuff in here. I do have a brewing stand set up over there for what it's worth. Upstairs bedroom. There's a cool little fireplace build here. This is, I guess, attic storage. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll do something up here one day, but I have no clue what yet. So that's that. Then if we go, I'll take the shortcut down here, step on the little bonsai tree. We can go down here to the basement. This is just mirrored on the other side too, so there's steps down here, and then they're the same thing. That's what these steps are here that come down. Have a little hidden anvil there, so I can use that. And then I've got all my storage down here, all kinds of goodies. This is a teleporter right here, similar to what you saw outside. I'll actually show you how this works. So I right-click this. This originally I just had it just kind of dropped you down here through a hole in the ground, so it was almost like a rabbit hole kind of a village, and I was living underground for a long time. So this actually used to be my exit. Right now it just takes me upstairs when I right click it, so I'll show you the steps down here. So it's not very functional right now. I really probably should move the location for that teleporter so that it takes me somewhere a little more useful, but there you go. Over here I have my death chest, as well as those of a couple friends of mine that were kind of basing out of here while they were getting set up. Little lava trash can if I have items that I don't want, like granite or andesite or diorite. Can't stand those blocks, so a lot of those go in there. Little underwater viewing area here, which is far less than impressive. Over here is the exit of my slime farm, which has been producing a good decent number of slimes. I'm pleased by that. A little auto smelter thing here, nothing too crazy. You throw in as much coal or whatever here, and you can throw whatever blocks you want in here, and then it'll dump it all out here. When there's stuff to be picked up, the light goes on here. When there's items still in the to smelt or the fuel source chest, these lights go on. This is my slime farm access. Can't go down here without flight. Oh, we have a candidate. And you can maybe see how he's going to get reduced. Yeah, kind of, sort of. So there you go. You can see the slimes spawn on the spawning pads. They naturally are stupid, so they hop off, get pushed into the water streams that I've got down here that will take them around. I'm going to kind of speed it up so I can show you. They get dropped down here, into here. Let's go ahead and kill that guy and his little friend there. And then because they're stupid, they climb up there. And we're going to actually take this way out. I've got flight still, so we're going up, 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 and out, out, out. Good deal. Man, you know, this is fate that I'm doing this because I can never hit that so quickly. So then you can see this is where they come out. I go ahead and kill them, and either the slime goes flying like it did there, or it gets picked up by the hoppers that are in there and dumped into this chest, which I'm going to manually do. So there's that. Over here, nothing fancy. Enchanting setup, tons of lappies, some books, my nether portal, which I really don't have anything impressive down there, just a cobblestone safety area so that my portal doesn't get slammed by a ghast or anything. This area was really my first real build, and it's really where I've gotten most of my building materials, because I completely dug all this out by hand. So this was all solid, and I dug it out, and there's actually some areas that are underwater that I had to deal with a whole mess of water. But anyway, it's done now, and I'm happy for that. And yeah, I've kind of flattened it out. This is still some area to grow in back here. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll build something cool back there eventually. Over here, this is access to lower areas. I've got a ravine under here that I've pretty much lit up completely, but it's still something that I can explore or dig out later on. I've got a skeleton spawner back here that basically takes the skeletons, drops them down, whatever it is, 18 blocks, 20 blocks, I think it's 18 blocks. Well, uses water to cart them around and drop them off. Again, if you guys want to see this thing, let me know in the comments below and I will show you. And then I use a water elevator to bring them back up here, and when they're here they are one-hit kills. Because they're standing on a half slab here, I can't get in there and they can't get out, but they also can't see me. It's basically the same as them standing on this block here, so I can easily beat the hell out of them. Underneath here I do have another hopper system that takes over this chest, where you can see I've got a bunch of arrows, and the bone is mostly not here. I do have the Skelly Farm lit with redstone lamps, so if right now the lamps are turned on so it's bright in their room so they don't spawn, but if I flip this up then it will spawn. Over here is a 1.8 wheat farm, so that's what where the bones usually go. Is in here I've got 3 dispensers, here, here, and here. And if there's actually, yep, I do hear a skeleton, so we spawned one anyway. Here he comes, so you can see him die. There you go, he's a one-hit kill because he didn't have any armor or anything cool like that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do this really fast for you. I'll show you how this wheat farm works. Just super quick. It's super annoying because it is a it does use a timer to, hang on a sec guys, it does use a timer to dispense the wheat here, so it's a lot of ticking, which is annoying as heck. But what I'll usually do if I want to get wheat is I'll turn the skeleton farm on, and then while I'm waiting for them to spawn, grab some seeds here. And you really don't need very many seeds to get this thing going, because you'll get more back than you'll actually use. The way it works is, and this is actually, I can't think of the guy's name who I did the design on. Anyway, when I turn this on and the ticking begins, actually I'm going to turn it off so I can finish talking. The bone meal doesn't get used up unless there's actually seeds in there, but this is a light level 0 block in here. It's only 1 block high, so no mobs can spawn in there. But since it's light level 0, as soon as the wheat grows, which it does instantly because it's getting spit at by 3 different bone meal dispensers, the wheat pops off and the seeds pop out. So you just hold down your right click and you'll see. We very quickly get tons and tons and tons of wheat. We get tons and tons and tons of seeds as well. So we don't run out of seeds, we don't run out of wheat, and yeah, all that good stuff. And that's annoying, so there we go. I'll turn that off, and I'll take our 23 more wheat we just got and throw them in there, and our seeds have grown by another 5 or 6 or something like that. So that is that, and we're actually getting close to the end of this thing. There's not a ton left to show you. I do have this minecart system over here, which apparently I have some iron ingots in there too, don't know why. Pop in that thing, hit the button. And what we have here, hang on guys, I'm going to turn that down if I can find it. Ah, hell. You know what? Here, we're going to do this. We're going to use flight because I don't want to turn it down. I should have done that prior to doing this. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, as you can tell, we are underwater. What I've done is I've used blue stained glass here. I like the effect that gives because it's so damn dark when you're at the bottom of the water anymore. The way that they've changed, or I shouldn't say changed water, the way that water is now in Minecraft. It never looks very impressive if you just use clear glass, so I like to use the blue glass because you still kind of get the feeling that you can see out and can see water. We're under a solid area here, but yeah, I'm going to fly through here because it'll be a little quicker. Then we hang her right here. Up there's our minecart. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want you going back. Let's get you going this way. I think I actually owe a minecart over here anyway. So we'll zip along. We can outrun this thing, right? Yeah, we can totally outrun it. Anyway, you see how it works. It's nothing special other than the fact that it is underwater, which I think is kind of cool. But it takes us over here to my Guardian Farm, which as soon as this minecart gets here, I'll break it out and I will show you the Guardian Farm. Again, I tried to make it look cool over here, or at least as cool. I think it looks cool. Hopefully you guys do as well. Throw this minecart in there. Alright, so you can actually see one getting fried right now. This design is, again, nothing super special. I think I've seen this a couple different times. I think this particular design I got from some German guys, but yeah, you can see it produces pretty quickly if you're in the right spot. It's interesting. It seems like if I'm actually underneath the spawning chamber for these guys, they don't spawn as quickly. But there you go. I've got tons of stuff. My friend Zach's been using a bunch of the prismarine shards to make the lighthouse. But yeah, I wanted something really kind of cool and impressive, so I did build these giant, viewing areas, viewing windows, and all that good stuff in the walls. I think it looks pretty cool. A little gardening area here, and then there's a mirror side over there. It's completely symmetrical, so what you see on one side, you'll see on the other. I thought it was appropriate to light it up using the sea lamps because we are in a Guardian Farm, and you can get the stuff to make those here. So that's that. It does also spawn squid, it seems like, as well, and which is kind of remarkable. I wouldn't have thought that I would get them, but yeah, here you go. You can actually see how it works from here. Okay, so you saw that guy. So what happens is the Guardians spawn up here in these chambers. They will naturally float down if nothing's close enough, and when they hit the fence gates, they'll fall through. They're a one-block high mob, so they'll fit underneath that glass, as will the squid. Once they're down here, it's just like an iron golem farm, an old-school iron golem farm. The water pushes everything to the middle, where we have waiting for them all this lava. They will actually float down through that quick enough that they won't die, but when they're down here, there's no water for them anymore, and they're on fire, so they die relatively quickly, and then the hoppers naturally pick up all their drops and stick them in the chest. So that is how that works. And I think the last thing here really is going to be the melon farm / pumpkin farm. I've got melons growing over here, I got pumpkins growing over here. I have this on an auto timer. So basically what happens is every probably 2 or 3 minutes, I don't know if we'll get a chance to see it happen or not, there are pistons behind the dark blocks that you can see here. The melons and the pumpkins have to grow on the spots in front of the pistons, so every couple of minutes the pistons will shove out and then pull back, and when they do, they'll pop off the fruit. I guess that's appropriate to call pumpkin a fruit. I think it's a fruit by definition because the seeds are on the inside, right? Anyway, that stuff falls down here. Oh man, we just missed it. So anyway, that stuff falls down there, and you'll see the water streams pick it up. It throws it into that one little hopper, which then dumps it in the chest. And then I get to come over here, and I get to go, here's some pumpkins, which I will never, ever, ever use up, and same thing with melons. I've got 4 double chests here full of them. Well, almost full of them, but I guess if I were to break these 64 melons out, I would get 9 times that. So yeah, there we go. So we have tons and tons and tons of that stuff. The timer for this thing, I'll show you really quick, is down here. There's nothing super special about it. I've just got a redstone, I guess a hopper timer in here that's just going to pass stuff back and forth. When it pops over here, nothing happens. When it pops back, we get our pulse here. This is just a little quick mono unstable circuit, which means when this gets a pulse on, or it gets I guess when this gets powered up, see right now it's powered up, so nothing is going to happen. When it unpowers, though, nothing will happen, but then when that redstone block goes back again, hence our 3 minutes, it'll send a power to this, which will then turn this on, and then a brief second later it will turn it back off. So this torch goes flicker flicker. So it pulses out, sends a little signal into here, into this vertical redstone, which goes up and behind everything over here. Can I get in here from this side? Yeah, cool. So it will then send a vertical redstone pulse up here. Well, really right here. Well, no, wait a minute, sorry guys, forgot where it was, it's been a while. Right here, and that will then send the signal around here, which then travels up all this stuff from behind. If you just heard a piston, that was actually down below the piston switching. And then these are the pistons that shove out and break all that stuff out. So that is it in a nutshell, guys. Like I said, this is I'm doing this for Matecraft. It's a really, really cool server. Oh yeah, another other thing. Sorry, one other thing I forgot. I do have a minecart elevator over here. This is Monkey Farm's design, but I love it. If you need a minecart, if you need an elevator, there is no faster, easier solution to build than that, in my opinion. It gets you up a butt ton of blocks really, really quickly, and yeah, it's just really handy, and it's relatively cheap to build. So anyway, yeah, like I was saying, this is the Matecraft server, and I'm really liking it here. It's a good home, and I'm really digging it. So I do still have some other things that I want to build here. Wow, sorry, I was flying. I think I just outpaced the ability to load it. My CPU is frying because of fraps, I'm guessing. Anyway, yeah, there's still some cool stuff that I have left to build here, and it's been a lot of fun playing here. I highly recommend you guys check it out. The server address is just matecraft.org, where it asks you for the IP. I don't believe it's whitelisted or anything like that. You'll come in, you'll have visitor status. You won't have, there's a really cool, here I'll show you. I didn't want to tell you. It's a really amazing build these guys have done. There's some serious talent on this this server, guys, as far as builds go. I mean, I really like what I had, but come on, really? I mean, come on, who's going to build this kind of stuff? I mean, granted, I know creative was involved, but good lord. Seriously? I mean, this is gorgeous stuff. So, there's a whole bunch of different things that they've built in here, a whole bunch of, let me try that again. There are a whole bunch of different servers types in here. I happen to play on the creative, on the, not the creative server, I happen to play on the survival server. They do have a creative server. They've got a bombermate server. They've got a, I don't know, there's several different things. You guys will have to come in here and check it out. It's really worth checking out. A lot of fun, great group of people, and I cannot recommend it enough. So anyway, I'm going to go /home, which is a really handy thing to have, which I love. Thank you guys for doing that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Okay. Forgot I teleported up. I really hope you enjoyed what you saw here. Hope you come on and check it out. If you do, say hi to me. I will be happy to chat back. I'm kind of friendly like that. And like I said, everybody here is awesome. So hope you come on. Hope you enjoy it. And I will catch you next time. If you got any questions, do please leave me some comments below. And I will try to answer you. So talk to you later, man.